and years.
Well, tonight, you're looking at the greatest team in wrestling history, the Reflections of Perfection. Not only are we vicious and delicious, but you're looking at America's Next Top Model, Vladimir the Penetrator. Look at this guy. This guy's a phenomenon. And tonight, we're wrestling a bunch of pylons. What are their names?
Reva retards. We're going to take both of you to the woodshed, and you better do whatever it takes to try to get by, but you're both going down.
That's right, because tonight, the Reflections of Perfection are on top again. Let's go, big man.
Sounds good, Ben.
Making their way to the ring.
Well, the Reflections of Perfections, Vlad and Flesh, ready to go tonight. Look at this tag team duo. Flesh, of course, is in tremendous shape. And then you have Vladimir the Penetrator, who is his personal trainer. How is that possible, buddy?
Well, let me tell you something, Dave. I absolutely love these guys. Vlad is a specimen unlike any other competitor we have here at Blood, Sweat, and Ears. He's got more muscles than Tuesday night Shellfish night at Eastside Mario's. You know what I mean? And Flesh is a perfect example of what training with someone like Vlad can do for a man's physique. Look at these monsters. Look at them.
They look like complete opposites, black and white, night and day. Look at the two. How can you say they train together?
Not only do they train together, Flesh actually trains under the tutelage of Vlad the Penetrator. Look at the size of Vlad's biceps, his triceps, that area where his hamstrings are supposed to be, and those creamy quads, Dave. I mean, that guy, he could gorilla press a gorilla, a King Kong-sized gorilla.
Oh, I'm not impressed. Not impressed whatsoever. And they're going to have their hands full, I'll tell you that much, against the young upstart team of El Sombra and Angel de Guerra, the Revoluchas. Man, this is going to be an exciting match. Two completely different styles. You get the powerhouses against the high flyers. Who do you see coming out on top in this one, buddy?
This is a no-brainer, Dave. It's going to be Vlad the Penetrator and Flesh easily destroying the so-called Revoluchas. Look at Vlad here. See, he's showing himself to the audience. Flesh the same way. They got nothing to hide. But these Revoluchas, they're hiding behind masks. They say it's a tradition in their luchador, heritage and culture. I think they got something to hide. And I hope that Flesh and Vlad expose them for whatever nasty little thing they are.
Mexico, at a total combined weight of 388 pounds, the team of El Sombra and Angel de Guerra.
Well, they're definitely giving up a lot of size against the team of Flesh and Vlad, the Reflections of Perfection, as we call it. As you see, the capacity crowd here at Club 107.8 going wild for the Revoluchas as they make their way to the ring. The young upstart, Angel de Guerra, who's a rookie here in Blood, Sweat, and Ears. But man, he has gathered quite a fan following thus far. Buddy, what do you see for the future of Angel de Guerra?
Oh, well, let me tell you something, Dave. As you know, next month, on July 9th, it'll be the BSC anniversary show with the Adrenaline Cup tournament. And Angel de Guerra, along with Sombra, will actually be in that tournament. So we're going to see if all this hype around Angel de Guerra is really true, or if it is just, as I suspect, nothing but pure hype.
Wow, what a feather in the mask it would be for Angel de Guerra if he were able to win the Adrenaline Cup 2006 tournament. That is a cup with much prestige. You see, anywhere Ash goes in all of Ontario, and when he wrestles all around the world, people know him as the Adrenaline Cup champion. It's done wonderful things for his career as the winner last year, and he's looking to defend that title once again this year. And up first, though, for the Revoluchas, they got to take on a tremendous team in the Reflections of Perfections, as referee Dave Linton setting the teams up into their respective corners, getting ready to ring the bell and get this match officially underway.
You know, Dave, you had mentioned earlier that the Revoluchas are giving up a lot of size to the Reflections of Perfection, and nothing could be further from the truth. Okay, let me explain this to you.
What do you mean by that?
Okay.
Just look at the difference.
Okay, the Revoluchas, they're a legit tag team. They tag all the time together. They know each other in and out. Flesh and Vlad, they may be a good duo in the weight gym together, but they actually do a lot of singles matches here at BSC. So I would actually say that the Reflections of Perfection are actually wrestling at quite a significant handicap tonight.
Well, if the Revoluchas look to be successful in this match, they're going to have to rely on their high-flying expertise and the ability to take for the skies and take out the big men nice and early in this match. And I think that their best bet is to go for a quick pinfall victory, as it looks that the first two men to start this match are going to be El Sombra and Flesh, the big man from Venice Beach, California, looking to start this match off. The ring bell is officially rung, and we are underway.
Well, what is that maneuver? Flesh is trying to compete fairly, trying to go for a collar and elbow tie-up, and here's Sombra, using some sort of Mexican mind game, immediately going for kicks to take the big man down. I just think that's poor sportsmanship on the part of El Sombra, Dave.
Well, I don't know if it's a unfair sportsmanship, but I think it's definitely a different attack and a different way to take your opponent out, and absolutely perfected by the luchador style. El Sombra is definitely going to work with what he knows, and it could make him a big superstar here in Blood, Sweat, and Tears. And look at this huge hip toss by Flesh as he takes down Sombra now. That is the power. That's the advantage that these two Reflection of Perfection tag team members have over top of the Revolutions.
Advantage nothing, as I mentioned earlier, are wrestling at a handicap here against these, hiding themselves luchadors. If anything, I'd say the reason that Flesh can come out on top like that with that big hip toss is because he's just smarter than these two, Dave. Why
do you insist on that it's them hiding themselves? I think it's totally just a respect for tradition, the luchador tradition, the masked wrestlers from Mexico. You got to respect that. And, they bring a new style to the North American style of wrestling. And I'm glad to see these guys here in Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
This is not Mexico, Dave, first of all. If you want to, respect tradition, go respect the tradition in Mexico. Don't bring it here to Mississauga. Look at these two blatantly double teaming Flesh now. You want to talk about tradition? I talk about their tradition of cheating.
I don't know. Excellent teamwork in my eyes. I don't know, buddy. I think we're just going to have to agree to disagree on this as Flesh now reverses the armbar.
I don't agree with that at all.
Oh, all right. We're on opposite sides of the fence, and we're going to continue to be so, buddy. Impartial you are not. Another armbar here rather by Flesh as he wrenches the arm of Angel de Guerra.
I will have you know I will call this match down the middle. And sure enough, look at that. Illegally, Angel de Guerra using the ropes to try and get leverage, and Flesh wisely shutting the masked luchador down.
Smooth move by Flesh as he makes his way to the corner, tagging in the Penetrator. Here comes the world's greatest personal trainer, Vlad the Penetrator, from, where is it? Exchange 7?
Interchange.
There you go.
It's a weight gym, one of the most famous in Ontario, Dave, and it's made famous by men like Vlad the Penetrator.
You sure it's not Krispy Kreme?
Hey now.
Well, here we go. Angel de Guerra with an upper hand now on Vlad the Penetrator. Vlad, though, with a rake to the eyes there.
I didn't see any rake to the eyes, Dave.
Well, here you go now. The speed of Angel de Guerra as he flips over Hurricane Rana. Down goes Vlad. And Angel now with the upper hand. Right hand to the side of the head of Vlad as he sends him off the ropes. An Irish whip reversal now by Vlad the Penetrator. Beautiful move by Angel, landing on his feet. Spinning heel kick, and down goes Vlad the Penetrator. The fast moves of Angel de Guerra giving him the upper hand as he tags in his tag team partner, El Sombra.
Here comes Sombra again with these illegal kicks to Vlad's leg.
Well, educated feet from El Sombra. As he misses a drop kick, Vlad smartly holds onto the ropes, sending Sombra down. Look at that. Beautiful takeover by Vlad.
Vlad's patented double chicken wing suplex, Dave.
He looks like a man who enjoys 2 chicken wings at a time. Is that right, or am I wrong on that?
That's part of the amazing physique that Vlad has, is he eats nothing but, pure, clean protein, things like chicken. Yes, Dave, you're quite correct. He eats a lot of chicken.
All right, referee Dave Litton in the corner, making sure that Flesh doesn't do anything dirty in the corner there. Big elbow, reverse elbow, taking Sombra down to the mat. So he goes for a cover 1, 2, and this one could have been over. Maybe a late hook of the leg by Flesh. If he had done a little bit earlier, he might have been able to hold Sombra down for the 3 count in this tag team match of Blood, Sweat, and Tears. May the 7th, Captain Charisma comes home tonight. Big event here at Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Speaking of Captain Charisma,